In Margary season 2013, I do not have the luxury of attending whole concerts, but the reviews in the Hindu give me an idea about how much is happening in Chennai, though sometimes the paper makes me feel so very small. Now I thought I knew some English, but I couldn't believe the number of things in the Friday review, for instance, that I could not comprehend. I discovered, first of all, that my vocabulary fell short. I learned a new word thanks to the Hindu. Riposte. Did you know that a riposte is a clever, quick reply? Then I also discovered that I could call a Kalyani charismatic and also that a Saveri could be suave. What did that mean? That an Abheri could be aberrant? Or that a Chalanate could be churlish? Then one reviewer wrote that an artist's music was considered not syrupy but striking. But here's one thing that made me really blue. I could not understand a whole paragraph in the paper, and here it is. In the concert of T.M. Krishna, his style bristled with conjured up creativity, served in different molds. His new Bani seems to suggest that he is in the process of discovering fresh dimensions to expository patterns. It had familiar traits but was wayward in execution. His voice ensured reliability to reflect his new objective of technique, flair and originality. Well, maybe you understood that paragraph. I did not. I always thought a writer's job was to make every word clearer than a blade of grass plastered on a white wall. TMK has been creating quite a stir this season, as he does every year. When I arrived at Mylapore Fine Arts in the morning, he was singing Neelaya Dakshi in Paras Rag. All was well until he began his story. But out of the blue, a young photographer whose camera looked like a US Navy SEAL's machine gun got dismissed by the singer because the noise from the camera was disturbing him during his alapana. Wait a minute. In Chennai, crows caw, cows moo, dogs bark, autos roar, air conditioners hum, spades hoe, taps drip, and cameras, they click. What was the big deal? Hello, I love this man's music. I'm a die-hard fan of this maverick. But like the fan in my father's home, this musician too may need a regulator, methinks. When I was about to leave the concert hall to check out the feast at the catering department, I discovered that many people were eating a full meal on a banana leaf. I checked out the menu at the venue. Okay. Okay. All right.
Sambar. More. Karupli podi.
I decided to gorge on some Ashoka halwa. I realized then that now I would have to walk off the calories, and so I walked down an alley past homes that have not changed since India attained independence. One home in there was called Mrityunjaya, which translates to victory over death. Judging by how autos, cars and vans almost mowed me down on that alley, I could see why any visitor out on Kennedy Road, or was it Kannadi Road, would need that name. I was at Nageshwar Rao Park, a historic park with beautiful walking spaces and foliage, a little stage for concerts, an oasis in the chaos of Mylapore. Here I felt the ghosts of past musicians. 100 yards away, at Srinivasa Shastri Hall, Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam discussed the lyricism in the works of Tamil composers of the 20th century. She told us how Kotishwara Iyer left behind a wealth of lyrical and technically masterful compositions. After a meal of paneer and corn cutlet sizzler, along with mint iced tea at Alwar Pet's Tangerine restaurant, I wended my way back home past the Tasmac wine shop, around which I got the whiff of extreme sourness, past the home of an astrologer right next to the wine shop. Cars roared past. At last, drivers in Chennai were buckling down to the new law. So too, Vinayakam, my dad's chauffeur, who was strapped to his seat. At last, an unhappy minion to the new law and order in the state.